Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you the first step in solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, which is the cross. Now, the cross is a very intuitive step of the Rubik's Cube and is not very complex, but has lots of different aspects and tips and tricks to it, and is even considered an art by some people. First off, I'm going to be showing you the beginner's method. This method is for people that are around 2 minutes or higher, maybe even a minute and 30 range. But this method will get the cross done in an efficient and easy to understand method. Let's begin. These pieces are edges. Pieces that have 2 colors on them are called edges. Pieces that have 3 colors on them are called corners. That will be handy to remember. In most tutorial videos for the Rubik's Cube, the first step is generally described as solve the white cross. Now, many people can solve the white cross just like this as illustrated, but if you notice, this edge piece does not line up with this green middle. This green white edge piece does not line up with this red center, but this blue and white edge piece does line up here with the blue center, and the white and orange edge pieces line up with the orange middle. So the blue and white and the white and orange are solved because they are matching up. But the red and white and the green and white are not solved because they are not corresponding with the centerpiece on its face. This is a completely solved cross. As you notice, it is still solved, and we have the reds lining up. So red and white edge with the red middle, blue and white edge with the blue middle, orange and white edge with the orange middle, and the green and white edge with the green middle. Make sure to look out that these 2 colors are matching at all times, because that will signal that your cross is solved completely. Now, the technical name for this case, where these pieces are in the correct position and solved with matching colors, is permutation. Permutation means moving pieces around the cube into their solved state. This is an example of orientation. This is the case I showed you before. You have the white cross solved, but the middles are not lining up. Now, even if you were to line up this orange edge, let's say, with the orange, you do have 1 solved and 2, but these 2 are still not solved. So that is orientation. It looks like what it has to be, but the pieces are not in their correct final destination. Okay, so enough about that. Let's get right into solving. The first step for a beginner is to find the white centerpiece and the yellow centerpiece. The first step to solving the cross in this method is to find the white middle piece, which is right here, and the yellow piece, which will be directly across from it on a standard color scheme. So here's the white. I know the white is opposite yellow, so yellow must be right behind it, and it is. So once you found the yellow centerpiece and the white centerpiece, you can start solving. Your objective here is to get 4 white pieces around this yellow center, so it looks like a flower shape. So there should be a white piece there, 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 and there. Let me show you what that looks like. Here's what you should have. If you notice, we have the yellow center and 4 white middle pieces. You could go ahead and ignore this corner because it doesn't matter. Now, if you recall what I said about orientation and permutation earlier, you do not have to have your pieces permuted, which means that you do not have to all line up with the middle piece. We already have 2 in this case, which is just fine. We have the white and green and the white and blue, but it's not needed. So what you first want to do is look at any of your 4 white and color edges. So you look at these 4 pieces. Pick 1 out of any 4 you would like. I'm just going to look at this one because it's right in front of me. So we see that this color is white and red. Pay attention to this color red because it's facing you. Keep the yellow side keep this yellow middle facing the ceiling. So look at the red, and now you have to line it up with a red centerpiece. So I know that this is orange. Now, on a standard Rubik's Cube color scheme, red is opposite orange. So keep turning the top layer until you have a red matching up with a red center. So let's see. There we go. So now you can see we have red matching up with red. This is exactly what we want. Keeping the first edge that you started out with in front of you, you're going to turn the front face 2 times to get this white and red edge into the bottom layer, just like this. Now, you can turn this front face any way you would like, because if we turn it to the right, it solves, and if you turn it to the left, it still solves. It doesn't matter. So, as you can see, that process solved the one edge on the around the white center, still lined up with the correct centerpiece, which is exactly what we need. Now, keeping the yellow middle piece facing upward, choose any other white edge on the top layer. Let's just go with this one right here. So if I look at it and identify it as the green and white edge piece, because there's green and white on it. Just as before, you're going to turn the top layer until you have this color matching up with the corresponding middle piece. So there we have it. We have a green matching up with the green. So, just as before, keep it facing you and rotate the front side twice. That is going to be our second edge solved. So, as you can see, we have 2 pieces of our white cross already completed, and they are lined up with their middles. It does not matter at all which order you do the edges. It just turns out in a coincidence that they are right next to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this for the last 2 edges. If I look at this one, it's blue and white, and it's already lined up right here. So I can immediately have it facing me and turn the front side twice to insert it into the bottom layer. So now we have 3 pieces of our white cross. Here's the last piece. It's the white and orange edge. As before, rotate the top until this orange piece is matching up with an orange center. There we have it. Now rotate the front side twice so it'll be in the bottom layer. Now, once you have no more white edges around the yellow center, if you turn the yellow center on the bottom and now have the white center facing the ceiling, you will notice this. You now have a completed white cross, and as I said before, what you're going for, the edge and the middle piece are matching up. There, 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 and there. So you have all 4 colors matching with their centerpiece. That is how you do the cross in this beginner method. I think it is called the flower by most people, and I think it originated from Tyson Mao. This method is very simple, and it may take a little practice to get it first. This isn't ideal for speed cubing, but it is a very neat idea that I find very effective for teaching new cubers how to solve this puzzle. So I thank you for watching this video and hope this was some help to you. Thank you.